Chapter 10 of Dead Men's Shoes. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Adrian Stroh at Turks and Caicos Islands. Dead Men's Shoes by Mary Elizabeth Braddon. Chapter 10, Sybil takes the lead. The favourable impression which Sybil makes on her Uncle Stephen Trenchard is a fact too obvious for diversity of opinion. Marian reluctantly, sullenly admits that truth, with many sneers and innuendos about winning manners and hollow-heartedness. "I've never laid myself out to please Uncle Stephen as Sybil lays herself out," murmurs the injured maiden. "I can't flatter people with my looks. I haven't Sybil's caressing ways. I can't pretend more affection than I feel, and I must say that Uncle Stephen's dry little jerky ways of speaking and looking at one are not calculated to develop affection." Thus argues Marian in the easy atmosphere of Uncle Robert's everyday parlour. The girls are seated at supper with Dr. Faunthorpe's trifling with morsels of bread and cheese after having dined with Mr. Trenchard. "I did not find him hard or dry," replies Sybil. "He seems really kind and affectionate, and I was grateful for him for his warm welcome. I don't know what you mean by my laying myself out to please him. I remember that he was poor Mamma's only brother, and our own flesh and blood, the uncle I had heard so much about years ago, and I was naturally touched by our meeting." "Ah," says Marian, "what an advantage it is for a woman to be able to cry when she likes. How do you manage it, Syb?" "If the tears came into my eyes today, it was because I am not very strong just now, Marian," answers Sybil, reddening. "You are really the most horrid girl I ever met with." "However horrid I am not double-faced," replies the other promptly. "I should be ashamed to court Uncle Trenchard if I were you. When I remember the things you've said about him." "What things?" "What a convenient memory yours is. Haven't you said that you despised him for his meanness as a young man? That he won his way in the world by double-dealing, by base flattery of his patron? That all your sympathy was with the young man he supplanted, Mr. Secretan?" At that name Sybil flushes crimson, and then grows ashy pale. "Ah, I see you do remember," cries Marian triumphantly. "Marian," exclaims the mild little surgeon with a rare flash of anger, "I will not have your sister teased in this manner. How dare you accuse her of falsehood or hypocrisy? She has as good a right to Stephen Trenchard's favour as you have." "Yes, and to his fortune." "Let her have it all," cries Marian, tempted to go into hysterics, but thinking better of it immediately.